You always know when you get bored because you start making stupid stuff like this. Yes, I'm actually doing a vlog after, like, how many months of saying I wasn't going to do one, or I was going to do one, but I never got around to it. Just, whatever. So, anyway, hey guys, what's up? PMR right here, and yes, I am reusing my same intro for vlogs, because why not? It's just fun to do that. But anyway, what to talk about? Basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually going on my walk here for a little while. Yes, I have my own walk. It's so much fun. Basically, I just try to get 2 miles in a day. That's pretty much all it is. But, I'm going to take you guys with me and just talk about some random stuff. There's actually something I kind of want to point out while I'm going on the walk, so that'll be pretty interesting, I hope. Let me just get my iPod here. If I can get all of my iPod. Usually it'll tangle up, but I guess we'll find that out in a minute. Take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. Heck, is there anything else I need to get from here? I need to get a new trash sack for that stupid trash can. And yes, I already know my room's a wreck. You don't have to tell me. I know. It's bad. Actually, it's not terrible. It's actually usually a lot worse than this, but it's not bad right now, so hopefully it'll be tolerable. All my games right there. Well, part of my games. The rest of them are all up here. As you can see, there's some good ones in here on occasion. You can see a decent one or two. I need to get another Mario Kart disc, Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't know where my other one went. And it's actually kind of bugging me that I don't know where it went. But anyway, and yes, I do keep a little bit of food in here. Just some fortune cookies, some Powerade. Mostly because I know my dad will drink through all the Powerades. In fact, I'm pretty sure he finished the last one last night. Anyway, so since my dad finished the last of the Powerades last night, I keep that one in here. So let's press onward, shall we? I don't think anybody's going to break into the house for the 2 miles that I'm here, and it probably won't matter, but I'm taking my keys with me anyway. And bringing the jacket was a good call. Thank goodness. And we can find my key. And unfortunately all the keys from our family are all football teams, so I get stuck with the last one, which is the Dallas Cowboys one. You know, like Dallas Cowboys Roy from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Freaking Dallas Cowboys. And here comes somebody up the street, so I'll see you guys in a sec. And we're back. Man, I'm going to have to get used to not caring what people think while I'm driving around here. Oh, look. We got mail, since I was too lazy to pick it up earlier. Some unimportant stuff. I'll come back for it later. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask me about this, because a lot of people asked me about this, like, whenever I was on OMG Pop for a while. Like, we had a couple of games in there. A lot of people were asking about Cabral's picture, and I was like, you know, it's my neighbor's mailbox. Yeah, it's actually my neighbor's mailbox. I wasn't kidding when I said that. There's a lot of people don't believe that rumor actually is true. That's not made up. Whoever said that's correct. Oh, you guys missed me nearly getting run off the road. That would have been cool. I don't know why somebody parked their car here, because I know the guys that live here, they got plenty of parking space. In fact, they got more than pretty much anybody in this entire neighborhood. I don't know why their car is set there. But anyway, now that I'm actually starting to think about things to say, first of all, if you guys have anything that you want me to talk about, then most likely I probably will. But not like politics or any crap like that, like my opinion on the temple and Zelda or something like that. It doesn't have to be just video games, but stay away from the touchy subjects, because I don't want to be treading on thin ice in vlog number 2 with, like, religion or politics or, you know, gay rights or anything like that. I don't want to go there. Make it something where I can actually give a decent opinion. Preferably not just a yes or no question, because most of the time it's just going to be the word yes or no. Good Lord, hold on a moment. That signpost was, kind of cracked. And by cracked, I mean completely and utterly just abolished. There's some glass on the floor here. And basically somebody knocked it, I don't know who knocked it over. I noticed it like a couple weeks ago. And that's a more appropriate angle. Like, it's normally just destroyed. I don't know what happened to it. Somebody ran into it, I guess. But apparently they took the street, you know, the intersection for it, which is like 3rd and whatever. I don't know what street number that is. I know this is 3rd because that's what I live on. Heck, if I know what the other intersection was, it's like got 2 houses on it, so who cares? But I guess somebody finally noticed that, or the sign was just... I'm pretty sure somebody noticed it by now. That's like the 4th time that sign's gotten run into. If not more. It's like one of my neighbor's mailboxes. It always gets run into. It's like, I don't understand. Hey, that house finally sold. Well, how about that? It's been a while since that house actually sold. Hold on a minute, I'm going to change my song here. Yeah, back normal. And yeah, you're just going to have to ignore the slew of cars that goes by. I was obviously going to do this like at 3 in the morning, but it's kind of dark at 3 in the morning. Who would have thought it'd be dark at 3 in the morning, so I can't do this. It's crazy, isn't it? By the way, I apologize if you're getting like random cuts every now and again, because I have to hold this with my right hand, because I hold it with my left hand. I block the speaker on this stupid thing. But if I have to hold it with my right hand, it means I can't, you know, I can't do anything else. And my right hand pocket is like weighed down with a whole bunch of crap. Which is why I just switched it over. So hopefully that won't happen here. Actually a decent looking sky for once. It's not filled with brown dirt like it was a couple days. Man, it was so bad a couple days ago. It was like every once a month you just get this terrible dust storm here, but what are you gonna do? I just got back from that little miniature vacation, which, you know, I posted something for that a couple days ago saying like I was gonna be leaving, and I've been back for like what, a day and a half probably, and then I'm heading out again on well, I don't know when this is going out, but I'm heading out tomorrow, which, just put it easier, it'll be Wednesday. Okay, phone here. I'm trying not to be talking to you guys while a car's passing, because like, what's that guy smoking? They're gonna be like, the guy that made this mailbox, look at that. That's a little tilted, huh? Or the guy that did this, which is probably the same guy that ran over the freaking signpost. Wait, no, that's Pontiac. I'd be in so much trouble if anybody ever visits Lubbock, Texas. Like, they know I live in Lubbock, they know I live in Texas, they know what street I'm on. All I have to do is like look for that stupid donkey mailbox and just go one over. You could easily find my house now. None of you will actually come here though. Like, you'll get blown away. You gotta be used to Lubbock wind, or you're just gonna go flying, man. I tell ya. Yeah, little golf carts out today. Like, for some reason our neighborhood has this thing with, there's like 4 or 5 people. They don't even take a walk, they just drive around in their golf carts. I'm like, you're not getting exercise by hitting the gas or brake pedals. It's much fun just to drive a golf cart. No. And everybody knows I hate driving, like, especially, you know, freeway or whatever. But now, if I could drive a golf cart, or especially an ATV, if ATVs were street legal, that would be awesome. Going 70 miles an hour on the freeway in an ATV, that'd be so cool. Completely unsafe, even with a helmet. You probably wouldn't win most wrecks, but it'd be so much fun. Oh man. Anyway, after that stupid thing, so yeah, I got back from the ranch. Supposed to go hunting. Only saw like a couple of mule deer doe, so ended up not shooting anything those 2.5 days we were there. I think my uncle's going back on Thursday. I'm pretty sure Thursday. But either way, maybe he'll get lucky. I'm honestly glad we didn't though, because having to deal with all the gutting and putting it in there is, 1, disgusting, which I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about, so I won't talk about it. And 2, it's also a lot of work, and after sitting in all that stuff, my back's been so sore, it's not even funny. And I gotta switch songs again. Look, one of the dogs is out. Do I want to tell the story? Yeah, they've got 2 dogs here, and their dogs' names are Possum and Oogie. This one is Oogie, I believe. Don't ask why they named their dogs that, because I don't know the answer. Hey Oogie, what's up? I am playing through Ocarina of Time again. I just finished up the water temple. Oh good gosh, the water temple. For once, it took me a while because I kept getting confused in one spot, but I actually got through the entire thing without a guide for the first time. Which some people are like, you just did that now? Good lord, man. You've lost your mind. I lost my mind a long time ago. I don't want it back either, whoever, you know, it's probably in some pawn shop somewhere. Here you can buy Delta's mind. That's a waste of your money. In fact, they'll probably pay you to take it. That's how bad it would be. I think that golf cart's coming down the street somewhere, but oh well. But yeah, I got through that. I've got, I think, 15 or 16 hearts now. Like, I've gotten most. There's some of them that I'm skipping out on, like the frogs. You know, whenever you have to play the melodies for them, and you get like a piece of heart for the Song of Storms, and you also get a piece of heart for doing that mini game. I hate that mini game so much. You gotta be quick, and I do not like that. And I think the only other piece of heart I've skipped thus far is, well, no, I haven't skipped any piece of heart. What I've been trying to avoid is getting the gold scale in the fishing pond as the adult version of Link, because that's just a gigantic pain in the butt. But yeah, I finished the water temple, so obviously the next one I'm going to be starting is Shadow, and I've already done the well bit, so I've already got the Lens of Truth and all that good stuff. And I've gotten 50 Skulltulas, so I have the piece of heart from there. I'm not missing too many pieces of heart. Most of the stuff is like, you know, stuff you need, you can just either find, like, the Magic Bean and the Desert Colossus. Most of the stuff is, like, just areas I haven't been yet, because there's been no need to go there thus far. You know, the horseback archery, I'm not looking forward to that. There's one heart piece I skipped, the Dampe the Gravekeeper heart piece. Good lord. And I'm not talking the race. I did the race, and I did it without the long shot, because you can do it. You got to be really good, but you can do it. And that makes me sound like a bragger, but you can do it without the long shot. You just can't get hit by anything. You got to make sure you take the corners as tight as you can without hitting any of the fireballs he throws at you. If you do that, you're good. But otherwise, you're not going to make it without the long shot. But I did it without it. But I'm talking about the grave digging tour as a child. Still haven't done that one yet. Not looking forward to it either. Because I guarantee you in the Ocarina of Time race that I've got planned for who knows when, if anything trips me up, it's going to be either the stupid fishing pond or that heart piece. It's going to be one of those two. Because I think the rules we have set up is, since the person I'm racing, which I'm sure you could probably already guess who. If you want to guess, throw it in the comments. I'm sure you already know. I'm sure the person racing me is going to throw it in the comments. They're like, it's me! Well, of course it's you, you dummy. But anyway. But yeah, I think the rules we have set up thus far, he just has to finish the game. I've got to get, like, all the pieces of heart, all the upgrades. Like, the only thing I don't need to get is all 100 Skulltulas. But since I got to get the piece of heart, I got to get at least 50 of them. But I'm pretty sure, like, tricks and glitches are allowed and warps are allowed. Like the save continue warp. Save continue warp's pretty helpful early in the game whenever you gotta go back and get Saria's song. But anyway, you know, people use that Link to the Past as well. I know, I've seen people do it. And there's another golf cart coming out. Is it gonna go this way? Probably. But yeah, as my playthrough went, it didn't go too bad, actually. There's some pretty good tricks for getting through it quickly, like in, for example, not the water temple, but the inside Jabu Jab's belly, the one where you get Zora's Sapphire. That's what it is. That mini-boss you have to fight, the gigantic Autorok. If you got a Deku Stick, what you can do at the start of the fight, provided you can take the damage, is just let him run into you, and then he'll turn around and you can throw the boomerang at him and get him in one hit. Pull out the Deku Stick, do a jump attack, he'll die in one hit. Which I'm sure most people already knew that, but a really good speedrunning strategy, instead of having to hit him 4 times. Just, oh man, it's absolutely ridiculous. Got a Weeping Willow right here. So weird, because I'm like holding this to my chest, and I guess that card's turning. Weeping Willow's not, like, I wouldn't want one in my yard, but this is a pretty nice yard, actually. I mean, I know the grass isn't that green, but compared to, like, our lawn or whatever, it's pretty green, because our grass is all, like, dry and crunchy, because we haven't had hardly any rain at all this year. Trying to read what the sign over here says. I think it's for the Panthers, which is, like, one of our local teams. It's not like, you know, the Cowboys or Texas Tech or A&M or anything like that. It's a local one. So people don't need to be hating on them. I wouldn't worry about it. They're never going to make, you know, they're not like a national team or anything like that. Always love this driveway. It's a really cool looking driveway. This house is pretty much built from scratch, but it's really nice. It's really friggin' nice. This place always looks so desolate in the winter. It looks much more beautiful if there's snow or in the fall. Those are probably the 2 best times to come here and visit. Especially when it snows, but it only snows like once every 2 years. Don't expect it. But yeah, as the temples went, it went pretty good. Let's see. Or not the Kokiri temple, but inside the Deku tree. How'd that one go? About what you'd expect, you know. I didn't ever get the map, didn't get the compass, because I didn't need them. I cheated out that one jump where you get the slingshot by jumping off, climbing the vine, so you didn't have to waste a slingshot bullet. Which, in retrospect, isn't that big a deal. There was one thing I did differently. In the Deku one, I actually skipped, which I didn't realize you could do this, but, I skipped the second Deku scrub, the one where it's like, you know, you'll never be able to beat my brothers up ahead and unless you punish them in the proper order, and it's like 23 is number 1 and all that. I actually just, used the Deku shield and reflected the nut, but instead of talking to him, I just went and used the slingshot and hit that switch and just didn't talk to him. Which probably saved a couple seconds, because, you know, the dialogue is so slow. But anyway, did I do anything else spectacular? I killed Queen Goma in one round, but that's nothing spectacular. Everybody knows how to do that. But I actually did it right, and I've only done it right twice. But yeah, Goron Temple, nothing really happened. I jumped off the part where you have to use the 2 bombs to make the Dodongo's eyes red. I jumped up there after I laid down the bomb, and so like whenever the cutscene was going, it was lowering the jaw. It's just like sitting on the jaw, getting lowered down. It was really funny. Other than that, I went pretty normal. I mean, I used Deku Stick Jump Attack combination again and beat him really quickly. Let's see. Other than the mini-boss fight and Jabu Jabu's belly, I royally screwed up the Baronade fight. I think that's what it's called. The Bioelectric Anemone Baronade, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I royally screwed that because I couldn't get the L targeting to work. It was so weird. I had no problems before that fight with the L targeting, and then all of a sudden, I just kept messing it up. I don't know what was going on. They got their house all amped up with Halloween stuff. At least they actually realize it's Halloween. Not like everyone else. It's like, Merry Christmas! Even though it was mid-October when they started saying that. It's like they just completely forgot about 2 other holidays. It's like, can we at least wait till December? It's like, jeez. Or at least the end of Thanksgiving. Like, for crying out loud, I tell you, man. It's ridiculous. Forest Temple went by pretty smoothly as usual. I don't get lost in there like I used to all the time. So that one went by pretty well. Do I have any problems with it? I don't think so. It went by pretty cleanly, you know, usual run. Nothing spectacular, nothing ridiculous. I kind of messed up the Phantom Ganon fight a few times. Well, not like messing it up and dying, but messed up the first part where you gotta shoot the horse with arrows until he, you know, just fights you one-on-one. I kept missing for some reason. Like, I'd get the right ping and then I'd miss. It's like, how did you miss? He's like 5 yards away. How did you miss? You're crazy. Whatever. The Goron Temple. What happened in the Goron Temple? I got to the hammer one try. You know that switch where you have to run up and get the hammer? My God, that is not a generous timer. I don't care what anyone says. That timer's mean. Other than that, nah. Nothing special. I never fell off that gigantic thing and went all the way back down to the center, so that's always good. If you can avoid doing that, you can get through the Fire Temple pretty easily. That, and also if you know where all the keys are. Water Temple, like I said, only kind of messed up once. I didn't like get lost or glitch myself in there or anything like that. Just forgot to go get a key and had to redo the water stuff and went back and got it. Knew where it was too, because it's like, wait, I need 3 keys right now. And then I was like, oh shoot, I know which one I forgot, so I went back and got it. And if my typical run of the Shadow Temple goes through, I'll be taking a lot of damage but cruising through the temple, because what I've always noticed is like people always say it's like, yeah, other than the Water Temple, the Shadow Temple's the worst one. Not really. But yeah, Shadow Temple's like, I just cruise through it and take a lot of damage. Everyone says that one's the most difficult one behind the Water Temple. Honestly, I think it's the Forest Temple. If you don't know where you're going, you will get so screwed in there. It's not like the Fire Temple. Like, if you don't know where you're going in a Fire Temple, you can still stumble through it. Like, if you forget to go back and shoot the eye switch and retwist the corridor to get through, that's the thing that gets most people. And I'll admit, it got me the first time, but oh man. I don't think the Shadow Temple's that bad unless you have to go for all the Skull Toes or whatever. I only go for 50, though. But yeah, Shadow Temple, no. It's not my favorite temple. I like the boss fight and all that good stuff. And it's fun, it's not my favorite of the, the 5 main ones, I suppose. Because, the first 3 aren't really temples. The game doesn't get, it's not a serious temple until you get keys. And that doesn't happen until Forest, so... I don't consider inside the Deku Tree, inside Jabu Jabu, or the Dodongo's Cavern to be a real temple. I mean, the extra heart container's nice, don't get me wrong there, but anyway. Spirit Temple, I don't know. I find the Spirit Temple to be kind of short. Maybe that's just my imagination. I've always found the Spirit Temple to be so short. For that one massive room where you've got the 2 hands and you have to stand on one to play the Triforce symbol, and it'll drop a chest on the other one and you can hookshot to it. And that gives you either the map or the compass, I think. That seems like a really big room and you don't really do much in there. There's really not that much to be had. I just find the Spirit Temple to be kind of short, even with both parts combined, it doesn't seem that big. It's all the stuff beforehand, like the, Gerudo Fortress that's kind of a pain. I never had much luck getting through the Gerudo Fortress, not without getting caught, but without getting lost. I always managed to get, the first 3 carpenters, and then the 4th guy, I'd run around for, half an hour trying to find him. I know where he is, why can't I find him? It's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous is what it is. It's kind of like the Pirate Fortress in Majora's Mask, except I'm a little better there, because I played the game so much more than Ocarina, I kind of know where I'm going. But yeah, I started to do Shadow, Spirit, and then I guess Ganon's Tower. Oh, something I forgot to do while playing through and till past the Water Temple? I forgot to go back and get that stupid double magic after the Fire Temple. That was so stupid. I was like, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something here. And I looked up and was like, oh, my magic meter's still, the base. There's gonna be a lot of edits in here trying to edit out the cars and awkward silences. Just whatever. But yeah, for to go get that stupid double magic thing, I was like, oh wait, I got the hammer, I can go and get that now. It's like, dude, you even knew you were supposed to do that because you went back and got that gold skull on top of Death Mountain, the one where you gotta use the hammer and it's hiding on the wall. It's like I got back and got that, I was like, shoot. So I just climbed up the rest of the thing and, got it. I got the big Goron sword before the Water Temple, but I was wondering, I didn't cheap out the Dark Link fight though, I played it the proper way. I don't cheap out the Dark Link fight, it's too fun to do that. I've done it with a hammer before. That was pretty fun. Watching one of my friends play with the hammer because he had no fairies. He had 2 hearts. Every time he'd get a hit, he was just started freaking out, seeing if he could kill him. I think he ended up managing to do it just barely. But he was treading on thin ice because he only went in there with those 2 hearts. So he was like, "Please don't let me screw up." Because he's even worse at the Water Temple than I am. So watching him try to get to that stupid I don't know what the room that I'm talking about though. The room with the vortexes. It's right after you get the long shot. Where you gotta either try to swim past him or use the iron boots. He always tries to use the iron boots. I don't understand. It's like swim. It's easier. Just press B to swim faster. It's whatever. But yeah, anyway, I got all that to go. I gotta say, honestly, after I finish the Water Temple, it's I just get this irresistible urge to not finish. I don't know why. Because I like the Shadow Temple, I like the Spirit. It's the Water Temple that I don't enjoy. It's just after that point, I'm like, I don't know why either. It's just after getting that second row of hearts, it's something just makes me want to play it less. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I played the first, third or maybe even more appropriately, the first half of the game. I played that so much. And honestly, that's got more cutscenes than the second half does, because, the stupid Deku Tree monologues, the Navi monologues, the Zelda monologues, the only one that doesn't take that long is the, whenever the princess, the drawbridge lowers, not the dream, but the actual thing, and Zelda and Impa run off, and she throws the ocarina, and Ganon kind of talks to you for a minute. But then after that, oh man, after I get the Ocarina of Time, most of the time what I do is I go back anywhere else and get the rest of the heart pieces, whatever I missed, heart piece, skull toe, whatever I can get, anything, just not to have to see that stupid Chamber of the Sages cutscene, because it takes so freaking. That's probably the longest cutscene in the game. It's probably honestly longer than the Deku Tree story or even just the opening of the game. Oh, I dread that. I wish there was a light temple instead and you didn't get to hear that speech. I honestly wish there was a light temple, but there's not. And now that 15 cars have passed me, oh no, wait, here comes another one. Maybe. No, he's turning the other way. What I noticed though is, like, there's 5 cars that passed me. 3 guys were driving 2 girls, alright? All 3 of the guys, like, waved or, you know, like, had some acknowledgement that I was there. And the girls didn't. And same thing just happened right there. There was a guy, he waved. Like, why is it the guys that are always so nice and, like, well, not really nice, but, you know, they at least acknowledge you're there. I don't know if that's a dude thing or whatever. But, like, you ever go out on the lake or whatever, if you go tubing, everyone there will wave. Everyone. Like, an entire boat of 50 would wave at you. I don't know, people are just nicer out on the water? I don't know. Maybe I don't know, the closer you get to the coastline, the nicer people are? I don't know. Somebody ought to test that theory. Maybe people in Kansas are, like, really, really angry people. Nah. But either way. But yeah, the stupid Chamber of Sages cutscene takes so freaking long. Another thing that always kind of made me curious is, like, the 3 spells you get, Din's Fire, you know, Nair's Love, and Furry's Wind. You ever notice you get the last one much, much later than the first 2? Like, think about it. The first one you get pretty much, essentially after, what, the first temple. Or the second temple, not really even temple, but Dodongo's Cavern, like, you go and get your magic upgrade, they're like, hey, you should stop by Hyrule Castle, because I've got another, you know, friend there that'll also power you up. So you go there, you're like, hey, I gotta go visit Zelda anyway, because theoretically that's what you think. You don't have to, but, you know. So you go there, and you get the next one, right? Another female, didn't wave. How peculiar. So yeah, you go and get that one, and so now you've got Din's Fire, which is awesome, because I think you need it for getting inside the Shadow Temple anyway, right? There's probably another way to do it, but that's usually what I do, is I just get up there and use Din's Fire. And then you go ahead and you finish Jabu Jabu's Belly. And for those of you that actually know where it is, because I usually don't even use it, but I always go and get it. Pretty much after you finish that temple, you just swim over there and get it. So before you're even Adult Link, you already got 2 of the 3. And then you have to wait all the way till the end of the game. I don't know why I was pointing at the ground, it's like to say all the way, but you go all the way to the Spirit Temple. Or, you know, Desert Colossus, rather. Which is, in effect, next to the Spirit Temple. Final dungeon, and then you finally get it. It's like, it takes so long to acquire. And I guess it's because they don't want you, you know, they don't want you just cheaping out with Nair's Love the whole way through the game. Because really, you only need it for the Dark Nuts. Even then, you don't need it. But I always use it on the Dark Nuts, because, you know, I'm picky like that. I wish I could see what I was doing. There we go. So you always use it on the Dark Nuts. Or at least as Child Link, you know, I don't know what, you know. If you got the big Goron sword, you're kind of set there. It's like, why does it take so much longer than getting the other 2? Never understood that. Drove me up the wall so many times. Like, why does it take so much longer to get? I don't know, there's always like a set of 3 with stuff like that. Like, even a Majora's Mask. Think about it. Like, it was a set of 4. You had 4 temples, right? You got the swamp one, you got the mountain, you got the ocean, you got the canyon. In the swamp, you get the bow and arrow. What happens in the mountain, you get the fire arrows. What happens in the ocean, you get the ice arrows. What happens in the canyon one, or the Ikani Canyon one, you get the light arrows. It's like they always put stuff in group of 4, but they really don't do that in Ocarina. They kind of stick with 3. And that's something I've noticed, is like, with Ocarina of Time, it's always in groups of 3, you know. 3 spells, 3 spiritual stones, you know, anything like that. Like, not all of them, like the 6 sages or whatever, but it's usually 3. It's some group of 3 with something, you know, especially early on in the game. Majora's Mask, it tends to be 4. Other than the day cycle, which is 3 days, 3 nights, it's usually 4. Now, I don't know if they were just saying, like, you know, Majora's Mask is a sequel. You know, what comes after 3, 4, I don't know. But I've always found it kind of weird, so now that I'm done vlogging and walking, actually, I do feel a lot better. I'm probably going to go, now that I've, you know, burnt some calories, I'm going to go order a pizza, probably. Or I'll text my dad and see if he wants anything, because he's not going to be back till 6:30, and it's like, what? Like 5:20. I don't know if you guys can see it, it's all blurred. 5:20. What is it, kitty cats? Do you want to be on film? You do? Well then speak up, because we can't hear you. What is it, Gooba? What is it, Goobs? You sound like Gooba. You sound like Madame Wario's cat. You're just not the same color. You really do. Is there something you want to say? Are you going to be signing off? Oh, so now you won't talk? I think she wants to say goodbye. Do you want to say goodbye to them? Do you special needs? Okay, I think that's enough for one episode. You lazy, lazy kitty cat. Hello, Shy. That's right, you better run. All the viewers are watching you now.